What's good, folks? We back. Today, we're going to be talking about Cyberpunk 2077. And what we're talking about with this is how close are we to Cyberpunk 2077? No, I'm not talking about the year 2077. I'm talking about we just living like that. Living in that world, that futuristic dystopia. So, first thing I want to talk about, mega corporations. In Cyberpunk, companies, they really run everything. They run the tech, the media, the streets you walk on. Listen, it's a world where corporations have absolute power. If you look at the world today, I guess the corporations we could say have absolute power. Well, not absolute ends to that extent, but maybe. Hey, we don't know. I'm thinking of Google, Amazon, Meta. Listen, these companies, they dominate tech. You know they got the data to dominate even more. And you know, big companies like these, they can have some influence on the government and shape the society in a whole different way. Like, think about it. Before Amazon, everybody hitting up the Walmart. Like, what you want from Walmart? Get some soda pop from there. You gotta go to the streets. Now, all you gotta do is call up a DoorDash, call up something. It really changed society right now. Listen, I know there's still folks, I'm included, I still hit up the Dollar General, hit up the Dollar Tree. But still, a lot of things we do today, it's because of corporations. Listen, it's shaping it way differently. Not the next thing. Listen, this is the juicy bit, the technology. And you know, the little body augmentations they got. So, let's talk about it. In this game, everybody got some cyber enhanced limbs. And they also got neural implants. Which is kind of crazy. But it's not entirely crazy, because we're seeing in the real world that we already got prosthetics that allow people to control limbs. You already know, them prosthetic limbs, and they just control it with their brain. Kind of like how the cyberkinetic implants work in the game. But there's actually a company, it's called Neuralink. Now what they've been doing, they've been developing a brain-machine interface that soon might let us directly connect to the computer. Now listen, that might not be jamming the USB upside your head, but it kind of sound like it. It kind of sound like it. So with that, now what I'm thinking with the prosthetic part, hey, I just feel like, hey, you give someone a prosthetic arm, you add some blades or something, and you good, we there. Now you go trade your arm in for a bazooka or something, and we hit that. Listen, I don't know everything about that, but hey, I don't feel like that's a far-fetched idea. And listen, I know y'all seen them real life looking robots. Them things, hey, if them things start tweaking out, I'm cool off that. And I got a buddy who afraid of them robots, and them robots, they be looking real suspicious, and they look a little real, too real now. So honestly, that tech part, hey, we might not see it in a way that they see it, because everybody got it, the community got it, the civilians got it. But I'm thinking, if you look deep down in the dirty slums, I'm not talking about the hood, you know, I stay in the hood. We talking about in the secret parts, you know, the folks with all the bread. I feel like these inventions really could already be invented like that. Because if I remember correctly, and listen, this come off the top of the dome, but flying cars was invented all the way back in 2015. And people say we ain't got no flying cars. We been had these flying cars. They just not released to the public, or not released to the masses, as most people would say. And I feel like all these little things that they doing right now, we really might not be that far. Hey, some people might not think so. But let's get into another part of it. We talking about the society of it. You know, you got your big buildings, you got your hoods like Dogtown and the little DLC, you got the slums, and with this part, really, there's not a massive gap, because let's be honest, there's always gonna be the hood over there, there's always gonna be the suburbs over there, and they're gonna be the 500 building skyscrapers over there. So this isn't the biggest talking point. The talking point really, I feel like it revolves around the gadgets, because that's what makes Cyberpunk so unique. Listen, I got a buddy of mine. He swear that we far from Cyberpunk lifestyle, but the more I think about it, I don't really think it's that far off. Cause to be honest, the only thing that's really holding us back from this is that it's not released in the public yet. We already working on neural brain transmissions. I don't know what I just said there, but hey, I'm talking about the company Neuralink. But we already controlling stuff with our brain, and I don't see how hard it would be to add in these little knickknacks that really make it a difference. Like, alright, so the super jump thing, hey, you might have to, they're gonna have to be some test dummies for this one. But you know the little thing that make you jump up real high? Hey, there's already a robot that they got that could jump high like that. So I'm thinking, you put them legs like that on, hey, we got people jumping 50 feet in the air. We got people turning to Usain Bolt. Now I know that little speed thing, the speed of a prosthetic leg, it really doesn't affect it, as I was told. So maybe people won't be Usain Bolt, but maybe they could get a gust of air under their feet or something like that. I'm just thinking these possibilities, they could be obtainable. Now back to what I was saying with the Neuralink thing. Now listen, they've been experimenting with humans in 2022, but the project did move back to 2023. So, hey, we had a whole year of human trials down the line. So you telling me that this is too far off? I don't think so. Now listen, technology, it's always developing. In 1889, they probably didn't even think a phone was possible. Maybe a phone was invented then. Listen, don't fact check me on that. But technology is always developing, and it's developing faster than you think. The thing that takes time, I feel, with this is getting it out to everybody, getting it out to the public. Cause you gotta go to your tests, your trials, and everything else. So how far are we from a cyberpunk lifestyle? Listen, honestly, we seeing all these elements in today's world, and the things from the game, they really starting to take shape. Listen, the corporate control, the cyberkinetic prosthetics, the surveillance, like everything. But unlike Cyberpunk 2077, we still got the power to shape the future. Yeah, I try to do something like that, but for real, we closer than we think. Listen, if I had to put a number on it, give it 25 years. Know what? Drop that down. 20 years. 20 years, we're gonna be living that cyberkinetic lifestyle. But only thing that I hope don't happen, I hope I don't have to trade in my arm for some type of blade or something. Like, I like my arms. I want to keep them attached. But what do you think? How far is it? How far are we off from having this type of lifestyle in Cyberpunk? Do you think the prosthetic things can't work out? Do you think Neuralink is not hooking up in that lab? Or do you think that it's not possible? We not finna reach this. As a matter of fact, do you think it's just gonna take 100 more years? Because it'll take forever to release it to the public. Let me know down in the comments. But thanks for watching. If you liked the video, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you wanna. And I might do more Cyberpunk videos. But we out. It's all still rains. Hit the subscribe and leave a like. Whoa.